information is coming out that there's a possibility that Diddy had something to do with Prince's death. As I stated in several of my other pieces that has been released by my team of people, we're not fans of Diddy. We're not fans of Diddy by anybody's thought process, whatever you could conjure or believe. We do believe in fairness, but I'm going to say this. Two of the most influential people, I think, that growing up as a young man that played a part as far as my development was that of Prince and Tupac. As a matter of fact, I ran in a circle with Prince and his people. I know a lot of them. I still keep in close proximity and communication with his people today. For a while, I was up and down the road with Morris Day in the time. I haven't talked to Morris in some years, but some of the other members of the time, I still do talk to once a week. So I know them. So for me to get information that there's a possibility, a strong possibility that Diddy had something to do with Prince's death. Some of the things that was back and forth, the Prince was actually trying to warn people about, doesn't sit very well with me. But I have to ask this question. Who the fuck was Diddy working for? Like, I'm hearing news is coming into the Chris Miles show that some of the same inner workings that Diddy was perpetrating on his artists, Warner Brothers was doing the same thing to their artists. Diddy was connected to Clyde Davis. And I'm not going to go into all of the ramifications of who controls the music industry and all this other shit. People already know that. But I think what concerns a lot of people is the fact that Diddy was able to do all of this fuckery and not be held accountable for it. The sad part about it is from what we're also getting, that he was a confidential agent, which is why he was allowed to do a lot of the shit that he was doing. I think that it's really bad, a bad situation that the powers to be knew this man was such a fucking corruptible individual. I mean, you had politicians around Diddy, from Obama to Donald Trump, the mayor of New York giving this man plaques. You had various different artists that was running in the circle with this guy, various different celebrities, NBA players, NFL players going to this guy's party. And this motherfucker was allowed to do all of this bullshit that he was doing and get away with it. Something here is not clean in the milk. You understand? Something is not clean in the milk. But for me, my favorite artist of all times, I'm talking about, I put him above Michael Jackson, George Michaels, who also was one of my favorites. We're talking about Prince. And for Diddy to be possibly connected to Prince's death, for me, is very, very disturbing. And I will say this, we're going to do more right here on the Chris Miles Show as we try to keep people abreast to current situations. And we try to be the best at what we do. But for this man to be allowed to do the shit that he's done and to get away with it, and all of a sudden now he's in court for abuse, domestic violence. Well, take that back. He's in court for that of human trafficking, the Mann Act, but he's not in there for domestic violence, which is one of the reasons why we said that we felt like Diddy was going to get off, because the case has been more centered around the fact of domestic violence with that of Cassidy. But this motherfucker, Diddy, has something to do with Tupac's death, Prince's death, and there's a strong possibility that he might have also had something to do with Michael Jackson's death. And you mean to tell me Society has allowed Diddy to do all of this shit. And the woman come out gonna write a book because she knew the corruption that was going on. And she comes out and said, I'm gonna write a book about this shit. And to silence everybody, he pays her. And he's been allowed to get away with this shit.